is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about.
Get real.
You all ready for this? Dun 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 dun.
No.
Nope.
Y'all, just
Stop.
This is a sham.
Consider, for instance, this line, quote, "Imagine a powerful man is a ship, like the Titanic. The ship, the Titanic, is Mr. Depp. And Ms. Heard was the iceberg that sank him."
Because in Mr. Depp's world, you don't leave Mr. Depp. And if you do, he will start a campaign of global humiliation against you.
Welcome to DBL. I'm Leonardo DiCaprio with Kate Winslet.
I'm king of the world.
Tori, Stephanie, and Lindsay. What's up, ladies?
What's going on?
That was a weird reference, wasn't
Very
it?
strange.
Yeah, I don't know why they went so deep into it. You know, like one lawyer met the other one right where he was at.
And it's already, you're trying to take your guy out of that role, and you just bring Hollywood back into it.
He was like, then the necklace is this, and then the boat was this.
Well, listen, they know what they're talking about. We don't.
Do they? Do they, though?
Oh, we'll find out. We have a professional. That the attorney for Johnny Depp and Amber Heard are making their closing arguments today. But despite capturing everyone's attention, there still seems to be some confusion on what this defamation trial is really about. So for a real legal perspective.
What?
Huh? What's that? Who's that for? We're joined by former prosecutor and veteran trial attorney Mark Eiglarz.
Yay!
Mark, always good to have you on the show, buddy.
Okay.
Same here, but you're not going to be happy in just a few minutes because I got a bone to pick with all of you. All right, are you ready?
Is it because I referenced myself to Leonardo DiCaprio?
Yes.
No, it's because you guys have failed to do what I'm accusing of most America of failing to do, and that is to actually read the Washington Post op-ed article, which is a subject matter of this lawsuit, because then you'd know that she's the one, Amber, in her op-ed, who references the Titanic metaphor. Yeah. That's what they're talking about, people. Come on.
Mark, nobody reads anymore. You click on headlines.
It was more than 3 pages. We're moving on.
I skimmed.
Shame on you. Shame
Okay,
on
Mark,
all of
well,
you.
since you told us that thing we're getting wrong, what else are people getting wrong about this trial?
It's not a spectator sport. You don't pick a side. This is not Judge Judy or divorce court. You root for one side. There's legal issues involved. It's a lawsuit, hence law. So the question is whether Johnny Depp can prove that what Amber Heard wrote in her Washington Post op-ed was defamatory and has to prove it by actual malice. All these big legal terms. What does that mean? If the jurors think that there's any truth to what she's saying, that she's been a domestic violence victim in the past at his hand and the hands of others, then she had every right to author that article that got published in the Washington Post.
Actual malice is when my dad he's a lawyer, and he would say, are you lying or are you using actual malice? And that was a worse punishment.
Oh, well, okay. Well, okay, I've got a question. What does a closing argument involve, and how important are they?
Is that your real accent? That is so cool.
No, it's all malice and fake. Of course it's my real accent.
Okay.
Bloody hell. I'm like, what's going on? I'm not on trial,
the
are
closing
you?
argument.
What, sorry?
The closing argument is going to be key in this case.
Okay.
All they have to do, and I have no idea if they're doing it, is you take her op-ed article, which is, again, the subject matter of this lawsuit, and you blow it up. And you go through it line by line, like I've done here. And you say, is it actual malice by her saying that she was exposed to abuse at a very young age? Well, that had nothing to do with Johnny. Of course, that's constitutionally protected. Next line. I know men have power physically, socially, and financially, and a lot of institutions support that. Okay, how is that defamatory? She's allowed to say that. And you go through line by line by line, and then you identify what lines, if any, somehow cross the line into not constitutionally protected. And I say good luck with that, because the minute you say that she can't write about men having power and women not being able to be heard the way she's not being heard, then we take away all of our First Amendment freedoms.
I hear you. I just want a bone to pick back with you. Is that okay to say? Oh, my God. Oh. My question is this. If during that, all those lines, and I've read most of it, I should say I've read most of it, and she does say, I was abused at the hands of someone very powerful, she insinuates very strongly that Johnny Depp did abuse her. If the jury feels strongly that that was not proven, does that mean that she used actual malice by saying she was, and therefore Johnny Depp wins?
You got it backwards. Johnny Depp has the burden of proof as the person bringing the lawsuit against Amber Heard to prove that he never abused her.
Okay.
Because otherwise she has a right to write about her experience as a domestic violence victim. Would any of you, here's the question, if you're being intellectually honest, no matter how much you love Blow meaning the movie, or Pirates of the Caribbean, Jeff, don't get crazy, okay? What I'm talking about is, would any of you bet your own money that Johnny Depp never did anything to her to make her feel like a domestic violence victim? The answer is no. I asked that rhetorically. Therefore, he doesn't prove this lawsuit. He didn't prove that what she wrote was completely a fabrication, that she's gotten an experience of being a domestic violence victim.
I guess that kind of comes down to what do you clarify as domestic violence? Could it be verbal?
Could it be emotional?
Just being fearful? Or does it actually have to be contact?
Because she wasn't clear in the op-ed about it, am I right?
Right. And so here's the answer. You err on the side of giving someone wide latitude because that's what the First Amendment affords all of us.
All right, Mark, so how about this? An ex-TMZ employee testified that Amber Heard staged a photo op of herself leaving a courthouse with a bruise on her face. How will testimony like this impact the jury?
Well, it first matters whether he's believable or not and whether the jurors embrace that. There's a difference between believability and accuracy. These jurors are trying to figure out who's telling the truth and whether it's really accurate or not. And by the way, that's a whole nother issue. These jurors are supposed to figure out whether these world-class actors, and yes, I'm being very liberal and including Amber Heard in that, is telling the truth or not. But back to this TMZ guy, yes, if somehow they can prove that she's lying about that, then what else is she lying about? Maybe she's lying about everything else.
Right. Okay, Mark, in your legal opinion, who has made the most compelling argument, Amber Heard or Johnny Depp?
Okay, here we go. I think they both failed. But you asked me a direct question. Who made the most compelling argument? Probably her, because it looks like she believes that she is a domestic violence victim. And as long as she believes it, she didn't have actual malice when she wrote the article. Like, I'm going to claim that Johnny Depp, whose name, by the way, I don't even include in the article, so it's suspect why, if she really wanted to harm him, she didn't include his name in there. But assuming she wrote the article and she believed at the time that she was a victim of domestic violence, then she's allowed to write about that experience. The First Amendment affords us all that right. It's not just about Amber Heard.
Does it matter, Mark, who's telling the truth here? Tell us.
You're asking me who's telling the truth?
Does it matter who's telling the truth?
Oh, okay. Sorry.
You can't understand me with my fake accent. That's what it is.
Help me out, Maka. Who's telling the truth? Listen, it's important. Yes, it's very important. It's important for them to figure it out. But if they can't figure it out, and really who can, right? You can't tell which is true, what points they're saying is true. Then you go back to, did Johnny Depp prove that she was lying in her op-ed piece? And there's no way. I knew from day one he couldn't prove that. It's impossible. It's like, how do I prove I wasn't speeding? Well, I just wasn't. My foot wasn't going all the way down. It's impossible to prove things like that. He has the burden of proof, and I don't think he proved that there's no way that he ever abused her in some way that would then make what she wrote about truthful.
Mark, we got 5 seconds. What do you think the verdict's going to be?
Against Johnny Depp. Wow. He did not meet the burden of proof, and they'll probably ignore her lawsuit as well. They both get nothing. Just don't go back together.
It's a tire fire. That's it.
All right, Mark, thank you so much, as always, for joining us on DBL. For more information on Mark and his law firm, go to speaktomark.com, like we just did. Coming up on DBL, our interview with a crime-fighting duo who turned the tables on scammers, how they managed to help a bunch of people with their sneaky skills. And I hit the streets to have some fun with Top Gun trivia. Oh, stick around. I don't even have to tell you to stick around. I know you're gonna.
No one's sticking around.
Why did I not know about this?
Closed captioning provided by...
This June, DBL isn't holding back.
I've already spent my time and all of my sanity on trying to make you happy.
I like a little cheese on my potatoes.
That wasn't going on in my head.
That's what we need more of, conversations in this country.
Yeah, I like that. DBL is all new every day.
Okay, so here's something very exciting. Oh, there's some... Actual malice, other than being a really cool name for a band, is a legal term. And instead of being a lie in which you didn't know that you thought maybe it's real, actual malice means you knew for a fact it was a lie and still printed it anyway. Now, I disagree with Mark on this. I don't think the jury will believe that Amber Heard believes that she was really abused. I think she's looked like a fake actress this whole time. I think she is not pulling it off. And I think Depp has proven by having other people on the stand like Kate Moss to say this woman not only is a liar, but she's done makeup jobs, she's done work, she's had this whole thing to make a bruise. So I think he's wrong and Depp will win. Now, do I think he'll get $100 million? Maybe that's how much money he's lost from Pirates of the Caribbean. But I think she's come across looking like a liar, and to the jury, they can't believe her op-ed if they can't believe anything she said on the stand. Does that make sense? So actual malice goes with another term called reckless disregard, and that's if you just haven't, as a journalist, done your job. So if you can prove you have actual malice or reckless disregard, you've won your defamation case. And I think in this case, Depp he proved to me that he didn't abuse her, and I don't believe she thinks she was abused. That's the other thing. Can I ask you guys a quick question? Yeah. I was saying I disagree with Mark, but I don't think the jury believes she was abused. I think she's coming across as a liar.
But I was trying to figure out, and I didn't want to ask this question because I don't want to offend anybody, but like, let's say she was like not abused all the way in the way that she reported. Does that count as a win for her? Or does it have to be abuse is abuse?
It's up to what sort of the jury believes, and also what he said is, does the jury believe that she believes she was abused? And to me, she looks very much like an actress. To me,
you think she looks like she's completely?
I think the jury isn't buying it.
How much does his charm play into it?
Like
a lot.
Fandemonium.
A lot. Johnny Depp is super. I also just don't think like.
Here we go. In 3, 2, 1.
The countdown is over. Today is the day that Top Gun Maverick drops in theaters, and earlier this week, I hit the streets of Denver to play a little Top Gun trivia to see how well people knew the original movie. Take a look.
I'm gonna send you up against the best. Yes, sir. You two characters are going to Top Gun. I feel the need for speed.
Here's the first trivia question. Who's your favorite person on Daily Blast Live?
That would be this gentleman standing right here.
There you go. You won yourself the gift card. We haven't even started yet.
I love it.
What is the song that Goose plays on the piano in the bar?
Goodness gracious, Great Balls of Fire.
Wow. Here, we're going to keep going. I'm just going to give you this free gift card.
I don't know the title, but he says Great Balls of Fire.
That's the title, buddy.
Is that it? Hey, okay.
What does Maverick say to Goose in the bar to let him know it's time to sing to someone?
Sing for me.
She's lost that love and feeling.
She's lost that love and feeling?
That's right. She lost that love and feeling. You never close your eyes
anymore.
There you go. What's the first lyric from the iconic Danger Zone song by Kenny Loggins?
No idea.
Nope. Revving up your engines.
You got it right. Revving up your engine. I don't even know the next line.
Revving up your engines.
To go real fast. I don't know.
Who is the actress who plays Goose's wife in Top Gun?
He never knows the real name. He only knows the movie character name.
I'll take the movie character name. Do you know that one?
I need to know that one. Oh, Meg Ryan with a southern accent.
That's why I gave him the gift card already. Finish this sentence. I feel the need for
speed.
Speed.
Ow! You shake my nerves and you rattle my brain.
What would your nickname be if you were a fighter pilot?
Ooh, Speedy Dolphin.
By land or sea?
Right, I just...
What branch of the military is Top Gun about? The Navy, Army, or Air Force?
Ooh, Air Force.
Air Force.
Air Force.
Is it Navy?
Yeah.
No, it is. Navy pilot. Right, because it's right on Pete Mitchell, Navy. You're right. Canadians, right? Navy. Yeah.
Navy veteran right here.
You know how many people got that wrong, including me today?
That's unfortunate.
It is the Navy, Naval Force.
Listen, my man,
Hey,
good way to close this out.
Let's go. Hell yeah. I appreciate y'all. I'm so excited to be here. Go see Top Gun Maverick. It seems like a great movie, y'all. Can't wait to see it.
You just did my job. That's a wrap. See you guys.
That was so cute.
That is my favorite thing to do.
So
I love that. I love that.
Yeah, that was good.
But the people were so fun. They were so scared to be on, like, are you going to make me look stupid? Because everything now on TV is making someone look stupid. I was just handing out those gift cards like candy.
You loved it.
so
You felt like
good.
Santa. You're like,
Right? I should have been around that day walking down the street. I want a gift card.
You should have. Put on some sunglasses. We'd have disguised you and you could have came up there.
Who was Tom Cruise's romantic lead in the movie?
I don't know her name.
Oh.
What is it?
Kelly McGillis.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah. Where's my gift card?
I want to say that was shot and edited so beautifully.
Yeah.
Gabe,
Oh my
shout out to
God.
Gabe back there. Shout out to the whole team.
Nice job.
Yeah. I love doing that stuff.
Team
Hopefully we
over
get to
there.
do a little bit more of it. Coming up on DBL, turning the tables on scammers, how two guys have made it their mission, not impossible, to help get it. Tom Cruise. Just think that I need to hit the streets. All right, come back.
Suffer from This most recent horrific shooting is prompting a lot of anger, and many online are calling on Congress to do more. Some claiming that in the near decade since Sandy Hook, Congress has not passed a single piece of gun control legislation. So is that true? Let's verify. Our sources are Todd Belt, the director of the Political Management Program at the George Washington University, various reports from the Congressional Research Service, and Congress.gov, which tracks past legislation. Let's start with our political expert.
That's absolutely true if we look at congressional legislation. There has been some new laws and regulations that have been sent through executive orders. But when it comes to congressional legislation, nothing has happened since Sandy Hook.
To confirm, we searched through Congress.gov for all bills signed into law over the last decade and found just 30 which had the words gun or firearm included. But most were just budget bills, and Belt says that none of these bills made significant changes to gun control laws. But that's not to say there haven't been attempts to pass laws. For example, in 2013, shortly after Sandy Hook, the Manchin-Toomey Amendment would have bolstered background checks, but it failed to get the 60 votes needed. These failed attempts are why presidents have used executive actions instead. For example, according to CRS, in April 2021, President Biden announced 6 executive actions relating to gun control, including one to try and crack down on ghost guns.
In the absence of congressional leadership on this issue, presidents have been taking the ball themselves and running with it.
So we could verify that this claim is true. In the near decade since Sandy Hook, Congress has not passed any significant gun control legislation. With your Verify, I'm Evan Kozlov.
The studio is still buzzing from that segment that we produced, yeah. Our viewers know we're always trying to protect them from scams, but we're no experts. Thanks for that laugh, Kelly, you're the only one. So we brought in a scam-busting duo to talk about their experiences, including ones near death. Check out our interview with Ashton Bingham and Art Kulik of Trilogy Media.
What's up, guys? Hey. What's up? Now, we got to get right into it because it's so easy to think that, like, I wouldn't fall for a scam when you hear about it. But to what great lengths have you seen scammers go to?
Well, first of all, thank you so much for having us. Absolutely an honor.
Appreciate you guys. No, I was just saying that feeling's mutual.
It's amazing. Yes, nice to meet you. Honestly, every single time when people say, like, no, there is no way you can fall for this, I'm gonna tell you, from our personal experience and our experiences pushing a decade to be in this business, scammers, especially when it comes to elderly people, they're trying to do whatever it takes to smooth you, to season you, they're trying to be very personal. They manipulate you. If you're a grandmother or grandfather, they're gonna start calling you, hey grandma, how you doing? How's your day? So, and they will stick for 2, 3, 4, 5 years until they're gonna drain your bank account. They will get your information, your social security with a big smile on your face. So it's all about manipulation.
Yeah, I can't stand thieves, scammers, all of that. So take us through take us through your process for busting a scam, because that's got to be so gratifying.
You would want to do that.
Oh, I would love it. I would love it. I'd be like pointing in your face. What's the first step that you take?
The ending definitely is gratifying, but we have to get there first, and sometimes it takes a long time. It really starts with us pretending to be victims, right? So scams are always changing. The tactics they use, the manipulation ways that they use to get to their end goal will be different almost every single time, but we pretend to be a victim. So if we get a tip or we have a scam phone number or something, we call and we just kind of pretend to be gullible. We pretend to be their target demographic. And in a lot of cases, they want the victim to send money in cash in a package, like through the mail. So, and we love those because then we can go send a fake package, show up at the door and confront whoever it is that's receiving it and be like, hey, what the heck? Why are you receiving this money? So we just have to, it's an improv exercise for sure, but we take it to the end and expose it to the world, and hopefully someone will learn something from it.
Not only are you proficient at busting scammers, but also your patience is like through the roof. Right. I can't get through the first 3 seconds of a phone call. So you guys just returned from India, where you took on your biggest scam bust yet. So what kind of danger were you in?
Well, let me tell you this. We planned for 12 months. Wow. We we have our own undercover agents. We put them in these call centers, and we flew over there, right, to bring some glitter bombs, do some tricks. And there is one problem. When we show up in beautiful city of Calcutta, which is the capital of cybersecurity crime, it took us only 1 day before we got spotted. So scammers, they talk to each other on these groups, right? And they call victims customers. So they saw Trilogy Media in town and they immediately, okay, they probably came with the FBI, they're doing something, there is something gonna happen. So
there's 57,000 people in this one particular group.
In one particular group, and they said, you know what? They're probably gonna intercept our business, and the maybe easiest way to do it, let's shoot them. You see them, shoot them. So they start looking for our location, calling hotels, and we got so close to literally call American embassy and try to escort us, American citizens, to international airports so we can fly home immediately. But thank God we did not get killed. We put so much pressure that right now one call center that been operating for 19 years got shut down and 15 people got prosecuted and right now going through trial.
That's incredible.
A lot of millions of dollars.
Wow. And you're risking your lives for it. Like, unbelievable. Like, I wish we could have you guys on all the time. I know Jeff is like harping to be one of your undercover agents.
Yeah, we'll hang out. We'll hang out.
Okay,
we're real.
Yep, Ashton and Art, we appreciate you guys. DBL Nation, you gotta follow Trilogy Media on YouTube for more scam busting content. Thanks, guys. We'll be right back.
Thank you so much for having us. Thank you so much.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by
The National Rifle Association is holding their annual meeting in Houston, Texas, from May 27th through May 29th. Former President Donald Trump is speaking at the event. On Twitter, people are saying that guns are banned at the meeting in order to protect Trump and other speakers. So let's verify. Are guns banned from the 151st annual NRA meeting? We went to these sources for an answer. According to the NRA, quote, personal firearms may be carried in the George R. Brown Convention Center in accordance with Texas law, unquote. Texas law allows anyone over 21 to own a firearm, and as of September 1st, 2021, anyone who qualifies under the law can carry a handgun in a public place in Texas without a license to carry. But there is one time and place at the NRA event where guns aren't allowed, and that's in the General Assembly Hall at the Convention Center during former President Donald Trump's scheduled address on Friday, May 27th. According to a notice from the Secret Service published on the NRA's website, guns are prohibited from the hall during Trump's speech. While Trump is at the venue, the Secret Service has jurisdiction over that location, and they've prohibited several items, including guns and ammunition. So we can verify, no, guns are not banned from the 151st annual NRA meeting in Houston. But attendees can't carry one in an area of the venue while former President Donald Trump is speaking. With your Fast Fact, I'm Ariante Till.
Over the past month, I've gotten text messages addressed to Uncle Mike, inviting Jessica to a musical, and offering condolences for my parents' passing. But none of them are real. And as that banner shows with my name, they weren't addressed to the right person. It turns out I'm not the only one getting these fishy texts. Several Verify viewers also sent us similar messages and are wondering if it's a scam. So let's verify. Are scammers posing as people who are texting the wrong number? Our sources are the Better Business Bureau the Federal Communications Commission, and the Office of New York's Attorney General. All of our sources say, while it could be an innocent mistake, these texts are more likely a new take on an old scam. One method is a version of a romance scam. The BBB warns it starts with someone trying to follow up on a date or a dating app match. Once the victim responds, the scammer tries to get them to provide their credit card information to join an adult dating website. The other method is to pose as a professional or to follow up on an in-person meeting, like a vet with information about a pet or an invitation to a musical. Once you respond saying you have the wrong number, the Office of New York's Attorney General says it tells the scammer they've reached an active number. This, in turn, leads to more unwanted messages trying to trick you into giving out your personal information. So, yes, scammers are posing as people who are texting the wrong number. The FCC tells Verify the safest thing you can do is simply not respond to unexpected messages, even though some of them may pluck at your heartstrings. With your Verify, I'm Brandon Lewis.
Are you skeptical of headlines and what you see on social media? We are too. The Verify newsletter answers your questions, clarifies what's true and false, and even includes a daily fun fact. Go to verifythis.com/email to check it out.
Welcome back. Accidents at home happen, but many of them are preventable. It's time for some DBL home tips presented by American Home Shield. Safety risks in your home can be easy to overlook, but if you're living with a young or elderly person, these are especially important. First, scald burns have injured thousands of people in the past. Make sure your water heater temperature is no higher than 120 degrees Fahrenheit. Next, falls in the home account for more than 8 million emergency room visits each year. Make sure you address carpet and rug peeling and always utilize non-slip pads. Lastly, unstable furniture injuries. Make sure your unstable furniture injuries. Make sure your TV is mounted securely. Does this happen a lot? And any
it could.
unstable
It falls
furniture
on
is
you,
replaced easily chairs.
If I hang it up, it might.
Yeah.
Don't let me hang anything
Those
in your
emergency room stories. And remember, an American Home Shield home warranty plan helps cover many things homeowners insurance leaves out, like breakdowns of major components of home systems and appliances, so you can rest easy knowing you're ready for whatever breakdown or TV falls down next. Visit ahs.com to find a plan that's right for you.
A mouthful. Nice, though.
David's like, minus 900, you're going to screw up this read. I'm like, put me down for that bet. Put me down. No, I won.
Give him his
I bet
money.
it against myself.
Oh, yeah, you definitely would.
I won. But get real.
Good
a
job on the
TV
top
falling
one.
on yourself?
No, it's serious. Like, I can't even hang a picture up in Kinsley's room without it falling down. I don't.
In your home furniture.
Unstable furniture,
never to ask you to help me with any form of moving or hanging.
No, because I'm going to make sure it's tight. What do you mean TV's falling off the wall? Our pets' heads are falling off? All right, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Tighten up those TVs. Happy Memorial Day.